This is Roger with Wheel Kinetics in Tucson, Arizona. We're selling this Xterra. It is a 2006 Xterra, 4-liter, 2-wheel drive, X trim package, which is the entry-level trim package. 183,947 actual miles. It was a trade-in to Jim Click Nissan here, the new car dealer. And I don't know why you would sell this car, why you would trade it in. It's kind of crazy, actually. This would be a great car to just have around. It's in fantastic condition. I drove it down I-10, 90 miles an hour, and you could fall asleep driving this car. It is a nice car. Just a very basic entry-level car. My son learned how to drive on this exact car. Not this exact car, but this exact year, make, model, trim level. A fantastic car. Anyway, I'm gonna walk around this thing. I'll tell you, we did an inspection. My guy's right, super clean, runs and drives great. New catalytic converters are ordered. It needs new catalytic converters. They're ordered, they're not installed yet. This is May 1st. They're due in May 4th to be installed, so they'll have brand new cats on May 4th. So when you look at the photo gallery and you don't see them underneath, and I say it's because they're not on it yet. They will be on it. And it's got a detail. So there you go. In a second, I'll walk you around the car. I'll point at things that I think you need to look at. It's got a beautiful set of tires. Somebody just put brand new tires on this thing. We didn't. So somebody liked it enough to just recently put a new set of tires on it, or the person traded it in thought it would be worth more with new tires, which is not the case. Never put new tires on the car you're trading in. That's a waste of money. A couple little rock chips right here. Looks like somebody did a little paint work right here on this corner of the fender. Like just like maybe right here. Okay, so something happened right here, but on this car it really isn't that big a deal. But my job in these videos is to point out stuff that's wrong, not so much what's right. What's right will stand out on its own. But I can't leave stuff out that's wrong, whether it's mechanical or cosmetics. I got to point at it, or I got to demonstrate it, I got to show it. Because most of our vehicles will leave the state of Arizona, be shipped to one of our customers, and they will find out whatever I've not said. They will find out, and so that's not good for our business. So I have to be honest. I have to be upfront and tell you what's right, and really what's wrong is more important. What's right is kind of obvious. You got this guy was kind of anal about this car. There's your manuals in the little Nissan bag, right? That would be my Starbucks. The seats look like they're brand. This interior of this car looks like it's got 20,000 miles on it. And if it weren't for that little paint work on the very tip of that fender, the exterior would look pretty much like 20,000 miles too. Little chip there. Wow, look at the seats in this car. I love these things. Crank windows, so you don't have to worry about anything breaking. This is a great teenager car. These are the, I think, for kids, they're outstanding. No buttons to play with while they're driving. You know, no electric windows, no crazy stuff, you know. No too many bells and whistles. Let's see what we got. Little tray to hold stuff back here, right? All right. All right. Generally, I have to have the vehicle running to walk around so I can demonstrate power seats and power windows and all that stuff. But I don't have to on this one because it's got those crank windows. Wish they all had crank windows. That would save a lot of hassle and repairs. Boom, boom, boom. There's your tire pressure stickers. There's your VIN sticker. Here's the car. Let me start this guy up so the buzzer goes away. So it's got 183,967 miles on it right now, which is just crazy. This thing is in awesome shape for that. Let's see. So here's the VIN. This is the Carfax. They blend the history and events affecting this vehicle's value. They blend the Carfax and the Kelley Blue Book. And it says here damage, but it doesn't say accident report. So I'm guessing they bumped into something. The cops didn't file an accident report, but we'll get to that in the Carfax. That's probably what that right front is. There's the VIN. No accidents reported, damage reported. 2009. So let's look. So it's in San Jose, California. It says here, damage reported, incident was first reported, blah, blah, blah. Not an accident, can't find anything. Actually, you can find little paint work, but you can't really find anything else of any significance. And they kept the car. They kept the car until 2010, into 2010, so obviously it wasn't hurt, or they would have gotten rid of it, right? At 182,933, about 1,000 miles ago, it got an oil change in San Mateo. And then it looks like it was about driven here and then traded in, which I don't get. It might be because it was California, and California emissions require different cats, which is probably the deal here when you think about it. Has a hood prop, so I'm doing the one-handed thing. There's your VIN stamp there. There's your VIN stamp there. There's your VIN stamp there. So all the parts up front here are original. So that is an original fender. They just repaired it. So somehow they got into something right there, right on the very edge of that. There you go. All right, let's go for a ride. Get some air going here. It's 101 today. It's supposed to be 104 this weekend. COVID is toast under those conditions. It does have a tilt wheel. See the tilt wheel thing right here? All right, so I'm gonna tilt it back down. Let's see, we got some windshield wipers. Got lights. That works fine. Got an aftermarket radio. It says it's got Bluetooth on it. Got a USB port here. Air is blowing cold. Slip control. So there's the slip light there. I think that's about it. Well, it's nice to have a car that's just a car. Just a car. All right, let's go for a ride. If I can get this gate to stop. There you go. Some hobo left some mattresses out front here, man. I don't even know if hobo is the word anymore. Bum. I don't know, but that's pretty attractive, isn't it? God. What do you do with that mess? All right. Here's how things go. If you come to Tucson to drive this thing home, you have a beautiful car to drive home, you will pay the following. You will pay your state tax rate, whatever that is, plus our city of 2.7% and a $250 dock fee. If you decide to pay by wire and ship out of Arizona, all you're going to pay is agreed upon price. There's no tax, no dock fee, nothing. Once we receive full payment, we'll fill out the title with your name or your company's name and address. We will sign it off to you. We will scan that into your online file so you'll be able to see it immediately. And then we will mail it to you. You know what? I got this thing on here. I gotta turn. See this light right here? VDC. I gotta go boom. And now it's off. All right. You will have the Xterra shipped to you. The title will already be in your mailbox by the time it shows up on your shipping truck, and you'll just take the title and the Xterra down to Motor Vehicles in your state and get plates. It's very simple. If you need help with shipping, let us know at the beginning. We can help you. We can roll the price of the shipping into the price of the vehicle, especially on loans. That might be helpful. Or just for general bookkeeping, it might be helpful. If you need help, let us know, okay? Deposit. Once we have an agreed upon price, please get your deposit in. Deposit's $500. Once that deposit's made, it's no longer for sale. Until we have a deposit, it will always be for sale, okay? Last part of every video, I say the same thing every single time. We don't have salesmen, so you don't have to pay for salesmen when you buy a vehicle from us. We don't have bottled water with our name on it. We don't have a fancy lounge to hang out in and play video games. We don't have an attendant serving scones and lattes. That's all about a half a mile east of where we are right now. And if these lights turn on and we're quick enough, we might get by the auto mall where you can actually enjoy those beverages and snacks and hanging out factor. trust me, I've been there, I've worked there. That is all part of the price you pay for a used vehicle or a new vehicle when you go there, okay? Also at the auto mall, they know that if they were to sell you this vehicle and it were to break, you would come in and say, fix my vehicle, all right? That's also added into the price of the vehicle. Man, it's getting cold in here. I'm turning that down. Holy crap. So they know that, okay? And so they don't want to pay for it, so they make you pay for it when you buy the vehicle. So they add $500 or $600 to the price just for that, okay? For the possibility that you might return in the next couple weeks with a broken car, okay? We don't charge you for that. We don't charge you for that because we're not fixing your car, whether it's day 1 or day 300, okay? Or 3,000, all right? Your car is your car on day 1. We give you the Carfax, the Kelley Blue Book, what we know about the vehicle, what we've done to the vehicle, everything that we know, you know, okay? So that you can make a good, informed decision and be the owner on day 1. We are not Nostradamus. We do not know when any vehicle is going to break. This one, I don't know if that Toyota is going to break. I don't know what's going to break or when they're going to break. If I did, I would never buy a car that was bad, and I bought them. They just never make it online, all right? They end up being a big mistake that I have to pay for. But that being said, I just want people to know how we roll. You're saving a bunch of money because of the fact that we have 3 employees instead of 300, that we don't have the fancy zip code, that we don't have, we have razor wire and night vision cameras and crackheads all over the place with a nice mix of cops. That's what we have. They pay for a really nice zip code. And and that means you have to pay for their zip code and their lattes and their lounge and all their crap. Anyway, we're getting pretty close to the auto mall right now, so we might be able to enjoy it together here. I can make these videos to 17 minutes, and we're at 12 right now. This thing runs great. I mean, if I didn't know what that odometer read, I would be guessing 50,000 tops. That is not a joke. All right, so here's the outer edge of the auto mall. There's Auto Mall Drive. Go down there and you can get worn out. You can have full-on warranty. You just got to pay $5,000 or $6,000 more. That's all. Yeah, if you try to buy a car like this there, you're going to pay a fortune. There's Precision Toyota, one of the top 5 Toyota dealers in the country. And they've got an awesome lounge. Whenever I'm like hungry, I run in there and knock out some free food, latte. Seriously, they have an awesome lounge. That's why I'm saying when you go there and buy a used car, you're definitely paying for that stuff. And I'm going to take this car all the way to Motor Vehicles and get some titles right now because I like it. The air blows cold. A nice ride on our terrible roads, if you can tell. I'm just gonna be quiet and let you guys ride along with me. I got another 4 minutes in the video, so I'll just let it run. You know what just dawned on me? I'm gonna not be quiet. So I see this little thing right here, and I'm wondering what's going on there. I have a feeling this thing is in way too good a shape to be driven 183,000 miles. I am guessing, and it's very rare to have a car this clean with crank windows, and I bet you that had some sort of trailering thing. I'll bet this thing was pulled behind an RV. Now that is just 100% guess based on a lot of things. I buy vehicles all the time and they just don't look like this when they have 183,000 miles on them. They don't drive like this, they don't run like this, they don't take off the line like that. I mean, this thing runs great. I think that those miles were towed miles. And on the older vehicles, the odometer does turn, even when they're digital. It does turn. So it's a guess, but I'll bet if I were to find out the history of this, I'll bet this thing had some sort of an RV rack on the front of it and was towed behind some diesel pushing monster RV. It's just too nice, which might explain the little deal up there on the fender too. You know, when you're messing around with trailering, towing vehicles, you tend to do stuff like that. Little dings and stuff. Yeah, this thing is just too solid. It's really basic. So whoever towed it, RV people, they're like, you know, they got all this money in their RV. So what they don't want to do is have an undependable vehicle that they're just towing around. You know, if you put an expensive vehicle behind it, you know, windows and all kinds of bells and whistles start breaking. This thing's nothing. It's just a car to drive when you get to where you're going. And you don't have to worry about anything but the motor and the transmission. Anyway, that's my guess. You know, maybe somehow the next owner can figure out if that's accurate or not. But, yeah. This thing definitely doesn't run and drive like a 180,000 mile car or a 100,000 mile car. It drives like a 50,000 or less. So, there you go. I've got a minute and a half left. Steers super straight, no vibrations, shifts perfect, air's nice. I've got it on 1 for air setting and it's nice in here, really nice. Gas. It's the one on the right, buddy. I have to be in this lane or I would change lanes. Anyway, we're about out of video. I think this is a really nice car. Really nice. I know it's a nice car. Thank you for your time.